Why, hello there. Looking for Hail Caesar Celtic warriors? Well, you came to the right place. Or maybe you should just look at your life and try and work out where you went wrong. So when you start gaming, you do get in a situation where you look at your collection at one point and you say, what have I done with my life? I have this amazing collection of figures and now I'm sat here alone. Yeah. Anyway, Celtic warriors. Sorry for making me feel depressed. Should we have a look at the back first? There we go. That's the back and transfers. So,
do it do that anymore?
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Before we get going, these have transfer sheets inside. Now, we got loads with the Greeks we did years back. Remember when we did the Greeks?
Yeah.
But we were doing Greek city-states, and a lot of the city-states had their own shield design, so we never actually got around to using transfers. These are for the shields. So you just paint the do the shield, just do the thing to the shield that you do, and then stick these on, and there's no work remotely involved in doing it. It's great. Although, to be honest, these are hell to put on. Because they
better than painting that pattern.
Yeah, I've done a few of these for the other guys with these shields, and they can get tedious. But these shields are absolutely great.
These rules are easy.
Well, they don't have transfers.
Couple dots.
Yeah. So these are the Celtic warriors, and they are all basically the same, except where's the command sprue? Oh, it's in my hand. I picked it up. I'll do the command sprues first. So this is the command sprue, and we have a hog there. So if you have one of these spare, you can use it for Richard. Richard III.
Yeah.
The hog was one of his things. Unfortunately, you can't use that one for the House of Lancashire, because they had what was Lancashire? There's a feather, wasn't it? Or a couple of feathers and
something.
Oh, it was a deer. No deer. We should know this. We should.
Considering the fact that they won.
Yeah, good point, actually. No, seriously, it was a goat. Goat. Was it a goat?
I don't know.
It was something white. And
let's go for goat.
We'll go for
a goat.
So that could be a goat.
Say it in the comments.
Yes, I don't know. Sorry, we've got all this stuff behind us which we haven't even unboxed yet, and we've got work to do with. we should know these things. We should definitely know these things.
Here comes a goat army.
Yes. Well, it's better than being the army of pigs, which is effectively the army of Yorkshire.
The pigs are coming. Oink, oink.
Right, so here we have it. These are the arms. Sorry, not the arms, the bodies. These are great. I'll tell you why they're great. The arms are attached to the body. So, leg, stick body to leg. Done. That's it. They're great.
It's like the Napoleonic stick backpack on, head. Done.
Yeah, backpack head,
done.
Absolutely great. Have you seen the Romans?
Yeah.
You don't want to get started with those guys. These guys are absolutely brilliant. So you can use these for Gauls. You can use them for Gauls all the way across to Russia, because the Gallic tribes went all the way down into Romania, didn't they? So they spread quite a way across the world. Yeah, they were everywhere. Although the Celts in England were not entirely related to the Celts.
They were not at all.
Because there were Picts. There were a lot of Picts in the north. They went to Europe.
Let's not forget the Wickermen.
People putting people in Wickermen and burning it. Yeah. That's the Celts. And each Celtic tribe was completely different from the next Celtic tribe. And
I mean, I'll admit though, when I think of Romans and I think of Celtic warriors, I always think of fighting in Britain.
Isn't that because we went to school here, and so when we get taught about the Romans, it's entirely from that
I actually never got told about the Romans being here until you told me in school. They always taught us about... The only thing they taught us about Britain was Hadrian Wall. That was it. They never spoke about anything else.
Really?
Just Hadrian Wall.
Okay. That's odd, that. That's really odd. Because
we focus more on Egyptians.
So you're talking late Republic, really? not early Rome, no, not Roman Imperium. That's sort of late Republic.
But I mean, we didn't even learn about Spartacus. Just went, no, there's a guy called Spartacus. Played a revolt. Anyway.
Julius Caesar was actually at the final battle where Spartacus was defeated.
Yeah, Spartacus was trying to find his way to win, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, he was very young. He would have been a young cavalryman.
Oh, yeah.
And so he would have shared the same field as Spartacus. It was his first military job.
And people say that Julius Caesar was the first emperor, but he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was never emperor.
No, he never wanted to be.
No. And he would have been appalled at the Imperium. But
as soon as he died, right, Imperium time.
And Augustus was the first emperor, and Augustus and Julius Caesar met by coincidence fighting Gauls. Julius Caesar had fallen off his horse and got lost, and a Roman cavalryman rode up and said, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm a Roman." "Oh, okay." And the guy was Mark Antony. Not Mark Antony. Did I say Mark Antony? I said Mark Antony. No, it wasn't. It was Augustus, who would later become first emperor of Rome, and fought Mark Antony. They fought against Mark Antony, the revolution and stuff. Mark Antony tried to revolt. And
these are Celts.
Although the Celts did fight on both sides, so
yeah, that sounds like Celts.
Yeah, although past Vespasian's time, by the time of Vespasian, the Celts would have been completely Roman.
First wife Vespasian gets assassinated.
He didn't get assassinated.
Oh no, he doesn't. Sorry, I'm talking about his sons.
That's his son.
Titus, takes power, assassinated, and then Domitian takes power, assassinated.
No, Titus died of plague.
I thought he got assassinated.
Domitian was assassinated by his girlfriend's boyfriend.
And then the guards were told to leave.
His guards were told to leave, and
his girlfriend broke his blade.
Yeah, he grabbed his sword from under his pillow, and it fell apart when he tried to fire it.
Fire it?
Yeah, it's a joke, isn't it? So he pulled the sword out and tried to hit someone, and the sword fell apart. And
just picked up on the shards, just thrown shards.
Yeah, and the Praetorians ran in saying, "What on earth's going on?" And they said, "Oh, somebody else tried to assassinate the emperor and he's dead. Oh, what a shame." So the Praetorians executed them all. Because, see, the plotters thought they could be in charge. But no, that's not how it works. No, you just assassinated an emperor. You don't get to rule. Sorry, Celts. Right, here are the Celts. Aren't they awesome? We're going to talk about the Celts during the Roman video. Celts are absolutely brilliant. I think the funniest thing about the Celts is they should have beaten the Romans.
Yeah.
They outnumbered the Romans massively. They were possibly not as well trained as the Romans, but certainly as good in combat as the Romans. They were also 6 inches to a foot taller than the average Roman.
Very fast.
And they had huge amounts of cavalry. And I
think the problem with them is that they had the same problem as the Persians did against Spartans, where they relied on the heavy numbers and the first push.
Yes.
The first hit was where, right, if they don't break then, the battle's over. Because
yes.
the Romans are still standing, they're just going to keep mowing us down bit by bit.
Yeah, they're just going to walk up to you and stab you to death. Yeah, same thing. You see, with the Persians, they sent in their Medes, their shock infantry, who run at you screaming. And the enemy's supposed to run away at this point. But the Spartans, they don't run away. They're shock infantry themselves. So they're going to eat your meat. And then you send in your mortals, and those poor guys didn't stand the slightest chance. Wicker shield against a blade. You don't go anywhere, mate. So the Gauls are actually good. These are not Gauls, they're Celts. The Celts are good. They're good troops. They're good. And Vercingetorix almost defeated the Romans, but the Romans just wouldn't quit. He needed to knock them out instantly, win, but he didn't. He failed, and he lost, because you can't beat the Romans in a war. They will always win. You can win a battle.
Yeah.
It's like Varus's legions were destroyed by the Germans. Technically, you could use these as Germans, although, no, they're a bit naked for Germans. The Germans wore cloaks. These guys aren't in cloaks. So you could use these technically as Germans. The Germans did defeat the Romans. They destroyed 3 legions, Varus's legions. Varus committed suicide because he was an idiot, and he should have been organising his army to withdraw, but no, he killed himself. He said, "Oh, I failed. I'll just kill myself." Great. So you leave all your men to die then?
Yep.
Yeah. But how did that fare for the Germans? Germanicus went in 3 years later and slaughtered every single German he could get his hands on. It just up to the Rhine, every German was killed. They just liquidated the population of Germany, the eastern population of Germany. So how did that work out for them? Didn't. Absolute waste of time for the Germans there. So what was the point of defeating Varus? No, once you defeat Varus, you invade Gaul.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't. So they failed. You never beat Romans. So these are the Celts. So, yeah, they've got spears and stuff. You already know. We've talked about the legs and the arms. That's all you really need, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting point. Severed heads. Very civilised. You hang a severed head. See, the thing is...
Oh, I can see it. They've actually done it out of it. It's on stick.
Oh, yeah, it is. So, you've got the severed heads there. Your problem is they're not Roman. They're Celtic heads or Germanic heads.
Right, so it's just people you don't like.
Yeah, they're not Romans. Romans have short hair.
It's Dave.
So it's Dave and Steve.
Dave and Steve. This just didn't make the cut.
Yeah. Not Biggest Legus. Not that guy. Been careful.
Yeah, you don't have to say the actual thing.
Yeah. Biggest Legus and Incontinentia hair.
Yeah, Incontinentia.
Yeah, not them two. So this is Dave and Steve who died. What would Celtic names be? So we have Germanic names. So what?
It's definitely not going to be
Oh
Alexander.
no, your name's Greek.
Yeah, mine's
your name's
definitely Greek.
My name's Jewish. So I haven't a clue.
I don't know what names I have.
We've only got one Englishman in the entire family. She's sat over there, and it's a girl, so I don't count.
Yeah, so something like that like Mum's name.
Haley is a boy's
Yeah.
name. So that's Haley and Ivor.
That's more Russian.
No, that was grandfather's name.
Ivor.
No, he was Welsh, and he was called Ivor.
Ivor.
He was a Williams.
It's definitely
From
Russian.
the valleys.
Ivor.
He is Williams from the Welsh, and it's called
I
Ivor.
don't know any Germanic names. What? Jude.
Jude.
Jude?
Jude. That sounds Jewish.
It does sound Jewish.
Because it's from Judas.
Even sounds like you're saying Jewish.
No, it's from Judas. So wasn't it Jude? Jude, I'm guessing.
James?
That sounds English.
Matthew?
No, it's Hebrew though.
James is... Oh, of course it is Hebrew. Sorry, I forgot. It is Hebrew. James is Hebrew.
Matthew?
And Matthew's Hebrew.
Matthew, John.
John's Hebrew. We've got no Gaelic names left. There must be a Gaelic name we use today. Is there anyone first named Gaelic? Sorry, we don't know who these severed heads belong to, so we can't pronounce their names. Probably someone with chl in the name.
It's Dave and Steve, okay?
We're going to go Dave and Steve. Yeah.
What about Nicola?
Actually,
Nikolai.
to be honest, Dave.
That's Russian.
Dave would be Jewish as well, or Hebrew, but Steve would be German.
Amelia.
Amelia.
Sounds German.
It does sound a bit Germanic. Amelia. Right, that's it. We've done. We've just run out of names. That's the unboxing Celtic infantry. Did we go by the infantry? Oh, the infantry are the same as the other infantry.
Yeah.
No, the only difference is the command sprue just has those on the end. That's the only difference. The Celts are Celts. Just Celts. Who cares about Celts? They're just there to get killed by Romans. They'll occasionally rebel and lose because they were rubbish.
Well, if you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe and comment down below what Celtic names you can come up with.
I was thinking of like Cuthbert. Maybe that's a Welsh name because it sounds
Cuthbert.
It sounds foreign, doesn't it? Celtic names.
Ivor.
Rose.
Rose.
Rose is a Celtic name because it means it's old. It's Celtic for marshland, isn't it? Or it's Celtic for heath. Heath. It's a Celtic word for heath. Rose. There you go. We've got that's 2 Celtic names.
They can probably think of way better ones.
Yeah, but I'm thinking all the Celtic names are going to have "shl" in the title because they're weird sounding places. Like, you ever been to Wales? You can't pronounce any of the place names.
Street name.
Got GHs and
Yeah,
stuff.
town name. It's like.
Can I goggle goss that one? The one that's really like, I'm not Welsh. I'm genetically have Welsh, but I don't speak Welsh. Done.
That's it from me.
And everything from him. Goodbye.
See ya. You see.